Camus said there is only one really serious philosophical problem, and that is suicide. What he meant was that the first step to existence is to choose existence or not. You have to first choose to exist before you can begin to understand what it means to exist. Since every human can choose to delete themselves at any moment, existence is always a choice you can either make or not make. It's not something that just happens to you by chance. You can choose to exist or choose to not exist at any moment. Anti-natalists claim that non-existence is preferable to existence. They give the justification that in the final analysis, the positive aspects of existence are not outweighed by the negative. Therefore, the most logical and ethical position is to prevent new life from coming into being. They make this claim, and yet they themselves, through their behavior, reveal a contradiction. The antinatalist continuously chooses existence over non-existence. So they behave opposite to what they claim to believe. This is a performative contradiction. If they actually believed non-existence is preferable to the suffering of existence, as they say they do, by way of being an antinatalist, why have they themselves not yet chosen non-existence for themselves? It's easier to try to convince yourself that not having children is the most logical choice. It's the ethical choice. It's the compassionate choice. It's easier to try and convince yourself that it's the morally superior choice rather than to admit to yourself that your desire to not have children and to propose that other people shouldn't have children is because you're resentful, you're misanthropic, you're afraid, you don't want to take the risk, and you don't want to make a sacrifice. It's difficult to admit to yourself that you are these things. It's difficult to admit to yourself that you've allowed the trials of your life to turn you into the very person you disdain. You've allowed your enemies to win your soul. You might try to bluff by feigning confidence. Yes, I am selfish. Yes, I like my me time. Say it loudly and try to pass it off as a character trait. But I don't think when people do this bluff that they themselves really believe it. You can't really be proud of yourself when you're being selfish, when you're being cowardly. These are not positive qualities, and everyone knows it, including you.